Grand Prix, live wheel-to-wheel Season 3 action going on tonight. I got a bunch to run through, the first of which will be the aftermath of last week's race. So let's get to it. We had some penalties expected. I think we kind of there was a lot going on in that race, and there was a lot of people going back and forward. So realistically, I thought there was going to be a few penalties, and we have them, and they did upset the results. And some of the other news that's coming forward will be affected also. So let me get right to it. The first penalty that we had was Ironman, who receives a 5-second penalty and 2 points for veering into more Mick on lap 8. Okay, Ironman moves down a place to 8th. Kaiser Gunner moving up to 7th, benefiting from that penalty directly. Then we had, this is a big one, folks, Mormick received a 5-second penalty and 2 points for veering into Bunsey on lap 8. I think one was viewed, although one was harder than the other, I think one was viewed as a result of the other. Well, Shamrock, what's going on, fella? Nice to have you in. So we're just talking about what's going on. We're trying to get through it really quickly. Stay tuned. We're going to see some nice things coming up. So first of all, we had Ironman hitting into Mormick. That caused then, I think, a secondary crash of Mormick into Bunsey on lap 8. That resulted in Mormick getting a 5-second penalty and 2 points on his licence. That means, and this is the big thing, Mormick moved down to 4th and Budge up to 5th. That is huge, as it will mean in the greater scheme of things of the standings. Let's get further down. Supreme Bio got a 2 penalty points for failing to provide footage of an incident that was requested. He has also received a reprimand for his late entry into the pit lane. We saw that live here last week. Literally crossed over all of the white lines and all of the paint as well. So that was a bit of that. So anyway, in other news, we had Verne receiving a 5-second penalty. It was disastrous out there last week. 2 points for a dive bomb on the opening lap. We saw that, folks. Lap 1, corner 1. People absolutely, 3 people DNFing on the on the first corner. We see Verne get 2 points and 5-second penalty for the dive bomb that he done, causing a minor incident. This is the max penalty. I get that. I get that, Shamrock. You get the max penalty you can get for a dive bomb is the 5 seconds. But here we go. Verne also receives a 10-second penalty and 4 points for the incident with Wilfred Boney and Budge on the opening lap. So that's the same incident, but just that's the incident itself. That causing, he gets 10 seconds for that on the opening lap. Verne has now 10 points, and tonight he is out of qualification. He got a qualification ban. Budge also in that incident, obviously very frustrated at the opening corner, received a reprimand for unsafe re-entry onto the track at the opening thing. So folks, what that means in the grand scheme of things, absolute carnage. Absolute carnage. Shamrock cannot believe the way it started. But folks, this is what it means. And what Shamrock has alluded to there is Mayo Man winning last week, putting his hopes back on the table, saying, I need to do it, and he went out and he done it, and he got first place. He got 25 points. Unfortunately, folks, Mayo Man not racing tonight, and it virtually ends his entire chance to win this, because Budge will at least go in with 36 points over him into the final 2 races. Virtually over for him, and there's a rumour going around he may not be available for the last race either, so that's very sad for Mayo Man after a very, very strong push. We see Why Not See in second, Budge in third, Mormick in fourth with that penalty, as you can see there, Supreme Bio in fifth, Shamrock in sixth, Kaiser in seventh, Ironman in eighth. As a result of that penalty, Kaiser moving up to seventh, Major Jam with pole position ending in ninth with Blue Gunner in 10th, is a hero in 11th. And what that means then is there's not any change in the DNFs you see there between Bunsey, Welsh Wizard Angry Comedian, Wilfred Boney, Vernie Vern and Elite Carbon. Nothing changed there, but Vernie Vern, despite being out of the race, it is important to... AB, how art thou? How art thou? It is nice to see you. The fact that Vernie Vern didn't finish the race doesn't mean that he gets away with not having penalties. The penalties put him over the edge on his points and his licence, and as a result tonight, he doesn't have a qualification. That, folks, means that in the standings after... Oh, my goodness. That is the standing. I don't think they finished. That is the... Let's see. Just let me see if that is the standings. Let me see. I think they just didn't change the name of Monaco at the top there. Let me check really, really quick. Oh, it isn't the right one. Let me get to it, folks. I'm just going to have to get that sorted for you. Let me see. Standings, driver. That must have reset because I thought I got that. That was the... Drivers, browse, Oh, that's not a good one. Let's see if that works. Cancel, and we've done. We can make that bigger. After a race in, there we go. After the race last, oh, that's the same one. Delete. Let's see. Thank you very much, AB. I apologise for this because I did have all this set up earlier, but somehow it's after resetting. Let's see what that looks like. That's not the right one either. Browse, and let's see if this is it. There we go. This is it, folks. This is the one. And we can bring that back down. So, folks, in the standings, here we are. Mailman is now, was 293 for Budge. Mailman at 255. And Major Jam on 234. Major Jam now, after that poor result last week and Budge moving up into third, is now almost 60 points, 59 points behind there, as it turns out. And Mailman is 38 points behind as a result of that change. So let's see what it also means. It also means that Bunsey is clearly out of the running at this stage at 178. Shamrock at 174, Wilfred Boney at 146, Angry Comedian at 128 in 7th, Blue Gunner in 110. I'll leave that up there, folks. You can see that there for just a second. And I just wanted to go through, because I was looking through really quickly before we go on the lap coverage. Just something here. An interesting statistic this week that I just got noticed that the guy who sits in 11th, Kaiser, on 87 points, that guy currently holds the number one amount of fastest laps in this championship. He has 4 fastest laps. Budge has 1. Major Jam has 2. And Mayo has 3. Those guys are at the top. They're leading by miles. But as it turns out, they're not always going to be the one setting the fastest lap. As a matter of fact, Iron Man down in 17th position is in 3rd place with 2 as well. So absolutely crazy. There's a lot of guys at the back of the pack who are having exceptional races on and off and setting fastest laps. I thought that was a very interesting statistic. I thought that was absolutely, because I was looking Kaiser, fast lap. Why not see who we predicted in our season bingo to get 3 of them this year has 0. The man in the Alpha Tauri who is setting blistering pace at the front in that Alpha Tauri in some races, granted he is getting a lot of penalties, isn't setting any types of laps on the fastest ones at all. Unbelievable stuff. So let me see, what else did we have? Yes, before we go to it, and I really appreciate it if Comedian doesn't push me too hard on the L stuff, because I am going to go through what it is that the Hungarian Grand Prix and what you should expect. The Hungarian Grand Prix is a 4.381 kilometre or 2.772 mile track. It consists of 16 turns. It is twisty, technical, with even 2, possibly 3 180-degree corners. Few overtaking zones, meaning that now it means that over the race weekend, quali is vital. So let's get to it, folks, on the actual lap. And here you'll see here we're coming down through this. The Hungaro ring, turn 1 starts with a tight hairpin right that requires braking and a clean exit, and that will bring you down. And it's not noted here, but it will bring you down to a small turn there, which is in the track before you get to turn 3, which is turn 2. Turn 3, which is marked turn 2 on this, near that 280 there. Turn 3 is the circuit falls downhill, challenging turn 3 with a 180 degree left, which is off camber, and it easily creates mistakes there. Then we go into turn 4, the Hungaroring. It's a quick right-hander that is flat for most cars. It's more of an extension than a corner. So then you end up on 5, going down through 6. That's T6 there. We travel uphill to turn 6, fast blind on the entry to the left, where the apex is very difficult to spot. Turn 7, the circuit transitions quickly into the right. Into a right, another long 180, and 8, 9 there, as we saw. After the straight, we head into the fiddly turns 8 and 9, as it turns out. The typical Hungaroring curve, you have to hit the curb there to get through that. And then we get down to 10 through 13, which is where the most fun can be had. It's a series of medium to high speed left, right, where it's easy to make a mistake. Turn 14, downhill, 90 degree right hand turn, as you saw just there. It always feels slow at the apex, but you carry more speed here than you think. Well, then you get down to turn 15, which is a 180, back down towards the start finish straight, and around to the end. So we are going to go and join the guys live on there. Let's see what happens when I flick that back over. I'm sure I've gotten more than one PlayStation. There we go. No, we haven't. Oh yeah, we've got an invite there. Comedian, I apologize. I am going to jump in. We are going to join you live now. Just takes 1 second. There we go. So there you are, folks. That is the way, or what you should expect. It's a very fast lap here. A little slower, I will admit, than last week. The 104s and the 104s and 105s, as we expected last week in quali. Today, 116, 117, 118 period is what you should be expecting, and that is what you should expect for the Hungaroring. I will let you have a wee look at it there as we wait. There it is there. We will follow that around, remembering, just remembering to join and hit those apexes just perfect in that middle sector at rounds turns 8 to 9. And now that we get to do it at 10 through 13, you also should look at how much fun they could have at those high speed corners 10 through 13, 10, 11, 12 and 13. Very, very fast. There are white curbs around here that you're going to see. Stay the hell away from those, to anybody who isn't aware of them. They are going to go around and through, and that is going to be difficult. There is the long left-hand turn of turn 3, not turn 2, about 105 kilometers, but you do get down to 90 for 2 corners further on in the lap. That is much, much more difficult, or much, much slower, I beg your pardon. But again, look at the high speeds here. Even T4, that's T5 is a little fast. This is down to 130 for T5, and then coming down. Sorry, that's T6, T7 and 8, or 8 and 9 here. This is there. You got to clip those 2 curbs as you come through, and then there's a whole lot of fun to follow here, which is you go 155, 135 through here. Absolutely twisting and a lot of fun. Remember, folks, just remember, these guys have absolutely got to make the absolute most out of the most out of the qualification, because this is not a passing track like we saw last week, where you had 3 DRS zones on vastly long straights. Better that happen now than later. So let me see. So yeah, last week is absolute contrast to this. Both are fast laps, but the difference in this one is clearly the fact that you will obviously Thanks, Aidan. Sorry, Mailman. That's Mailman. Thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. AB, just for a second. I get it, AB. I know your initials. I just completely forgot for a second. Thank you very much for that. I'm much appreciated. So, Mailman, we are gutted for you. This virtually rules you out with you'll be at least 40 points behind, one would think. Budge is as consistent as ever. But look, you're always up there. Still number 2 in the championship. Again, another phenomenal 2 last year. Only lose now on race wins, as it turns out. But thank you very much for joining us, and you too, Shamrock. Best of luck in the race to you, young man. We will see you on the other side. What do you think of Kaiser coming in with 4 fastest laps, the most of any on track today? Dude isn't even setting a lap in quali most weeks. I just find this is great. He's obviously back there choosing the tyres he wants and getting results anyway, because he sits nicely in 11th. You know what I mean? Not he's not even, for all the quali he's done, he isn't that far down. But he's above his teammate Vernie Vern in the same car. But he's out there setting fast laps. 4 of those points that he has, that he's 6 above Vern, and 4 of those just come from fastest laps alone. So I just thought that was a weird statistic, because I was like, I haven't crossed off any why not see fastest laps this season. Why haven't I done that? Went out, had a look, found out it's because Kaiser's knocking it out of the park in the late part of the race, knocking in fastest laps and getting points regularly, and he's doing it from the damn back of the grid. He has as many back of the grid starts as frickin' Major Jam does pole starts. Major Jam record 12 or 13 pole starts out of a possible 21. He's out there, you know, and he's fighting for a championship, but he's out there setting poles laps, 13 of them. The contrary on the other side is Kaiser, who isn't, but Kaiser has 4 fastest laps compared to Major Jam with 2, double the amount, and Budge only has 1. He has 4 more than Budge. I'm blown away by that statistic. I just thought it absolutely fantastic to see that. And there we are, folks. We are live. We are well. Ryan is in the house. Howdy doody, fella. Folks, if you're there, give us a like, give us a subscribe if you haven't done. Absolutely fantastic to have you all in. I'm on here. I was prepared, man. I was prepared at 8 o'clock today for this, except for that one little incident where I chose the wrong file. But Mick Schumacher is the AI in today, because we only had 14 lads, Bunsey, Mayo Man and Aaron Man, who are out. And we do require 15 drivers to be on grid at all time. And when we don't, we use one of those fancy little AI things that this game provides for us, which is very convenient. Thank you very much to EA Sports and all the other lads who make this game possible. So, LOI Shamrock joined us there. He was first into the chat tonight, and he's first out on track. So let's follow our man Shamrock of United Racing Championship. Don't forget to check that out, folks. Let's go. He is on his out lap. We have Angry Chameleon following him. Supreme Bio was out there as well, and Major Jam, another early lap setter. Hopefully, and there's Why Not See. Why Not See looking at the medium strategy there. Interesting stuff. He is coming down and around the windy section, and he is into sector 3, and he is passing the detection point. I think it is. That's the trap, is it? No, maybe that's the speed trap there on there. He's coming around to turn 15, and he's about to begin his lap. Oi. So, turn 16. Let's ride on board with the man who's first for everything. Oh, he's first in and he's first out. Let's go. As he comes down around turn 1, Oh, and this is something that's got to be careful. Oh, that is a fast lap, and why not see? Oh, Mormick is disqualified for park in a dangerous location. He was probably trying to let people go. Major Jam is next up after this, so we will do not hit those white curves on the left there and right further on down through these turns. So stay away from those. Those are the white curves I told you about, folks. Stay well clear of those. You can hit the red and white ones on some of them, but not all of them. But here and back at turn 2 and 3, stay the hell away from them. As he comes down toward turns 8 and 9, hit there, the apex there, and hit the apex there. Nicely taken. He goes round and hits. This is 10 through 13. Absolutely fast here, but a lot of fun to be had. But you can go wide on the left off the track there. But there is, oh, hit that curve pretty hard as he comes down and around towards turn 14. Mick Schumacher set the 121. Think we're going to beat that? Well beat that. So coming down around that's Buncy's teammate, or that's in to replace Buncy this week. As he comes down around turn 16, back down toward the home straight. Here we go. He's quick. Your money's on Budge. He's quick around here. Shamrock sits at 119. Let's see. We will join Major Jam, who's next, as he comes round through the through the final turn down towards the home straight. And what is he going to set? He's setting 118. He's doing what he does early on. I think Chameleon. There's Chameleon. 118.3. Jumps Major Jam, puts him right in the spot, and Supreme Mile absolutely sends Major Jam. So Major Jam, by comparison, not setting a lap that's separating himself early on in this. Who is around? We're having, let's see, Why Not See is in sector 1, 2? He's in sector 2. Is a Hero has gone back into the pit, so he's gone back in. Mick Schumacher has gone back around. So Elite Carbon is in sector 1. So we will continue on with Why Not See on the mediums. Let's see what he can do. Whoa. So yeah, so we have Mayo Man putting his money on Budge. I think Budge said he was setting up some nice stuff, but he did delete the game earlier today, losing a lot of his information, and hopefully got that back. But it's let's see what happens. It might not be the race that he had imagined. I often do something like that before going live, and it absolutely wrecks me. For 118.9, putting him up into 5th on those mediums. That's a good time on the mediums. Is Mick a bot? He is. We are required to have 15 on the track at all times. Remember, folks, Vernie Verne has a disqualification today so he will not set a lap. But yes, Mick is an AI. We are required to have 15 drivers on track. We will have a full grid next year, and we will have reserve drivers, but this year we're using the AI as reserves. So Major Jam retorts and hits a 117.7. So already getting the fists out and putting in those laps. Well, Wizard always. Welch, do not hit that left or those white curves. Absolutely stay the hell away from that. Yeah, Mick Schumacher is. Sorry, I beg your pardon. There is Blue Gunner off the track there, knowing that Welch is on a fast lap. Good man yourself. We will join Budge on the medium. Look at that. Budge is on the medium strategy right now. Unbelievable stuff happening right now. Let's see how it all works out. Why Not See went on the second lap and he hit a 118.3. Vastly improved on that, knocking Chameleon down to 4th on those off. And Supreme Ball, I think, has improved there on his lap too. Okay. And this is the mediums, this is the softs for Welsh Wizard as he comes down and around toward the final turn, hitting the corner there very tight, not as fast as he would have liked. Let's see what it's about 119, 120, is it? 119.9, nearly 119.20, absolutely. Okay, but he's still ahead of Mick Schumacher. Okay, let's see, Wilfred Boney is coming around on his lap. What is he at? He's at 119 already, so he's going to go again. He's not going to settle for that 122. He was invalidated anyway, so he's going to go again. Budge, let's see how he does it. Budge on the mediums. This is the guy that Mailman says Mailman said, this is the guy to watch today. He's doing it on the mediums. He's coming around turn 14, or 15, I beg your pardon, on those mediums at 110, which is where some of the guys on the softs was. He's coming around 115, not the fastest lap, 116, 117, 118.6. Not as fast, not the fastest man on mediums yet, why not see? But he is likely to go again. But I tell you something, Supreme is, look at that Supreme Bio, what a man, seeing that coming. So, let's see what happened with Is a Hero and Wilfred Bunny. Let's see. Oh, I'm using the mouse to see something. Welsh Wizard is coming around. Has he improved? He's 6/10 down. He's 6/10 down on that 119. That's a much better time for him. 119.3. Still keeps him in 8th position, but does secure him from the AI, I guess. There's Is a Hero coming around that really slow Williams. He is going to be in a different car next year, no doubt. Angry Chameleon back out on track. Look at that, the guys, absolutely professionalism personified. Where's Budge coming down through sector 3? He's down on his time, it looks like. He's 110 coming down, sorry, 105 coming down into this turn. Yeah, he's a couple of tenths down. He's going to go in and he's going to abort this lap. Let's go back to Chameleon. Rain is always welcome. Hey, more. What? Wet race? Oh, folks, if that's a wet race, we are crossing off another one tonight. We are crossing off the You're Delusional track, where we're having deluges in Europe. Wet races. Chameleon said improves to a 118.2. Bang! Jumps, why not seeing those mediums? Saying, hey, think you come out here, smack that medium guy back off. Can you turn up my mic? I can move it closer. How about that? Is that better? Is that better for you? I had the mic a little bit away so it wasn't banging me in the side of the head, but I'm right here if you need it. Let's do it. Let's do it. How is that, Mr. Mailman? Let's go, Shamrock. He's coming out for his go again. Oh, Supreme Bio's up there too. How far is he? He's sector 2, and Shamrock is sector 2 done. He is 3/10 down this time. That's going to see him improve as well. That may jump him above the Mr. Chameleon, the Mr. Angry Chameleon at that. Let's do it. Turn up the mic. Turn up the mic. Give me more. Give me more Meeps. Anyway, here we go. More Meeps. We're giving you more Meeps, and he's coming down. Oh, and he's running a little wide there. Is that after affecting his time? But he's at 118.2. And he just, that little bit wide on that last turn is after 2 thousandths of a second, jumping him right in behind there, 118.29, one behind Chameleon's 8.9. That is crazy. Look at Supreme Bio on the, look at that. He was right behind him, and he is after jumping up and setting fastest lap at 117.5. So we're getting to faster laps. People are there. Budge is out, or well, he will be out on the mediums. He's gone back in. Did he go back in with that? He didn't. He must have gone an out lap and went back in. Elite Carbon's on an out lap. Shamrock is on a second lap, but unlikely to do that. Major Jam. Here we go. Major Jam. Ooh, he's 300 up apparently. Oi. Let's see. I can turn down. There it is, 117.9, Major Jam. He was a bit slower, so he hasn't improved, and he isn't jumping Supreme Bio on this occasion. He may go for another lap, folks. He may go for another lap. Blue Gunner still down there on a 120, but he's trying a medium strategy now. He's coming through sector 1 on those. Let's follow him around. As a reminder, folks, well, there's a shot. Kaiser hasn't set a time, but he's probably going to get fastest lap. What can I say? How about that, Mayo? Is that alright for you? We will watch Blue Gunner go around on these tyres, and then we will see where Elite Carbon is. Coming into sector 2. Very fast laps here, as we can say. Woo! There we go. We are having a sector 2 showdown. Let's see where he's at. Where is he on those mediums? Is he faster? No, catches that curve nicely to help him through that. He is down 1.1 seconds, folks, on a set of mediums over his soft time. The soft time, that shows you it was not competitive at all. It won't jump him up just yet, but it means that he could probably go for another lap. And there is Major Jam retort. He went on the second lap. Look at that. 117 flat. Oh! And that is a bit squirrely, but he does jump because he improves in the third sector immensely on those mediums, jumping up to 9th. And he will get to use those if he stays there. Oh! But look, folks, there it is. Major Jam went for another lap and he hit a 17 flat. That is crazy good for him. Let's watch Budge. He is 2/10 down on his time. That's not a whole lot, but he may vastly improve in this third sector if that's where he was having the trouble on those mediums. Budge hitting the curb there. Just to say, he can have a little bit of fun through these set of turns. And we will see where he is when he comes around. He is looking to set up 117 something for sure. For sure. Let's see where he is. He's a little down this time. I think he's tighter on that turn as well, which is a vast improvement. But he is going to go in because he wants to get in, get a new set of boots, and get out before this damn race starts. Let's see Wilfred. Where is he? He's coming around. He's on 119.2. He says, I can improve on this. Where am I at? He is coming down. He is going to improve. He's going to be at 118.2. That is a phenomenal improvement. And that jumps him all the way up in the third. Absolutely magical lap set there by the man himself. Thank you, Marco, for the likes and all the good stuff. Much appreciated to everybody who is tuning in. If you could give us some likes, some shares, maybe even a follow if you want to go mad on us this week. Let's see. I dare you. Live on the wild side. Here we go. Keep away from those curbs. Absolutely keep away from those curbs. I have to imagine he is on a faster lap this time, and he is going for it on that second. Nice touching the curbs like he should through that quick chicane. Turns through 8 and 9. These are the fun turns, as we say. Down through 12 and 13. And he comes down to 14. He's a little down the time. He's probably trying to get in and get out with another set of boots. Give it just one more go, because Angry Chameleon has come back. And this is a complete contrast to quali last week, where he finished 13th in quali. Absolutely crazy stuff. Ooh. Thank you for the love in the Discord, Shamrock, much appreciated. We will get to liking that a bit later. I think this is going to be an end of lap thing. Who's out on a lap? Oh, Supreme Boyo there is Shamrock jumped there 118.1, and Wilfred Boney there as well, as we said, improving there, but Wilfred or Shamrock coming back with a better time yet again. Blue Gunner is probably going to go on a set of softs to set a lap. Kaiser setting a lap, but it's not a competitive one. He's at the back of the grid and he's going in. That fella is not setting a lap, a competitive lap again this week. Damn, folks, I'm going to have a look and see where the hell he stands as not setting laps, because that is crazy for him. Okay, we will follow Isahir around. Let's see how this guy can do and if he can improve vastly. We will know, folks, that nobody's the 119s anymore. Everybody is vastly improved on those opening times, and we will have an improvement, I imagine, from Blue Gunner, who's going out on the soft, because he set his time on a medium too, on the mediums too. So let's see. Budge is coming around. He's in sector 1. We will see where he stands after sector 1, and we will rejoin because he is 2/10 down. That's good for a sector 1 improvement. But let's see where Isahiro is as he comes down through sector 2, through turns 2 and 3. If he's not ahead, we will rejoin Budge and see if he's going to rob this. He is plus 3/10, so he's going to back out and rebuild all that up in order to go for another turn, because that is going to be his last attempt. There's a Discord channel. No. Yeah, there really is. You can join my one, which is, to be found at all good websites, namely my Facebook page. the Meeps champ. Or you can absolutely join the Wheel2Wheel Discord page. Absolutely. Look at that. Budge vastly improving by almost a second, but it puts him in fourth. More Mailman's idea that it's going to be a case of Budge is going to dominate here hasn't materialized as yet. But folks, he doesn't need to dominate anymore. He is so far ahead. This dude, if he's 50 points ahead at the end of this race, he has it won, folks. Well, 52 to be exact. And all he needs to be 52 points ahead is get 13 points in this race. So he needs, if he wins the race, he wins the championship tonight with a, I want to say with a third? Yeah, third. I think that's what it is. So we already have a few people who are finished. Major Jam coming around. Let's see, he's going to improve. He's going into the 116. Oh, is he going to be the only guy on track on the 116 time? He missed it. He missed it. His third sector wasn't as good as it could have been. Budge is going to go again. Budge is another 1 point. He's not enough to beat Chameleon in that faster Ferrari, but Chameleon is much faster this week than he was last week in comparison. That dude could not get a lap in, and he only improved by 0.09 of a second and remains in 5th place. Supreme Bio jumping him. Elite Carbon grabbing a spot there in 6th position. Shamrock all the way back down to 9th. Oh my god, he plummeted because there were so many massive improvements. As it turns out, Wilfred improving again. Is a Hero is ending this session. And that, my friends, is the end of qualification. More Mick Wells disqualified. Vern did not set a time because he was disqualified as well. He got his penalty points. He has now served his quali ban, and he is free to race as he wishes. But Kaiser back in the grid again, not setting a competitive lap, but that dude's probably going to, well, he's probably going to get third with the fastest lap. Who knows? This dude is just ridiculous on his race pace. He does not like quali at all, and he doesn't participate a whole lot. So that is the end of our qualification, folks. Everybody coming into the pits now, except for Budge. It looks like his car is going to keep going around. But that does not matter because that is the end of regulation as quali happens. So, oh my god, my folks, I completely missed Why Not See because he came out of freaking nowhere. Why Not See set the 1:16.994. He improved so much. He knocks Major Jam, who needs to win out with fastest laps for the rest of this. He's going to be starting on pole, but it's an AlphaTauri front row lockout once again because we have Why Not See in first, Major Jam in second, Chameleon in third. Absolutely fantastic performance from him this week compared to last week and some weeks. We have Supreme Bio in fourth, Budge in fifth, Blue Gunner in sixth, Elite Carbon in seventh, Wilford Boney in eighth, and we have Shamrock in ninth, Welsh Wizard in 10th, Is a Hero in that slow Williams in 11th with Mick Schumacher, and then we have the other guys, as you say, that didn't set a time very well. Oh my goodness me, whatever could the matter be? That is it, folks, for qualification. Let's see where we go. What will the strategies be for the guys at the back? Set of hards for Kaiser finishing on the softs with a fastest lap and a points finish. I think that's pretty brilliant. Ryan is ready for rain, and as I said, folks, we will cross off a season bingo target. If we do that, we will cross off the top middle if that is the case. We could cross off two, folks. Why Not See is going to have to get fastest lap in all of the 3 races remaining in order to cross off him because he hasn't done one yet. Budge, we could cross off no stopping him. Budge could conceivably get his 3rd championship in a row in Wheel2Wheel history. Some sad news that Budge is thinking on retiring if he wins 3 in a row. But if he does it tonight, with 2 races remaining, we can cross off no stopping him. Budge wins his 3rd one in a row. But if we have rain, we will also cross off you're delusional for that as well. Hauling Haas, not one that's out there. We didn't get a Belgian red wedding. That's not going to happen. Mylander Madness is not possible anymore. We didn't have multiple safety cars in more than 10 races, and we don't have enough races to get the 4 that remain. Home field advantage can't be crossed off because there are no races left. I don't know. If a Ferrari wins in Imola, can we call that a home win for the Italian outfit? But I think Monza is more their thing. So let me know how you think about that. Budge won't retire. Let's see. Ready for rain? Will they all start on wets? There's no rain as yet, folks. There is no rain on this track right now. I think Mick was taking the Mick. I think he was teasing you, Ryan. And I think that is just cruel, considering. We are going to set this up for going round. We're going to leave position change to begin with, actually. We will enable those two there. We have the full track and we'll get rid of that. And what we will do, we follow around. Why not see in there setting the pole position again this week? Back to back for him. He wouldn't know what to do with himself if he did. I'll tell you, man, he might have a lot of spare time in his hands. But there is a rumour going around that we will have a wheel-to-wheel. I can't confirm this, but there is a bit of championships in different games. What does that mean? I don't know. But hey, here we go. We're following Why Not See as he set pole position today. Do you remember the last time Why Not See and Major Jam started up at the front of a race together? I do. It didn't end well. Not second and third, all the way back to 9th and 10th. Absolutely crazy stuff. Crazy stuff. Woo! But Budge is up where he needs to be. 5th today and a random one next week. I think he's got this sewn up. 3 races remaining. He is in a 5th place position, 10 points, I believe. He'll be 50 odd points, 49 points ahead with 2 races remaining. Dude only needs to turn up on one more race. He has never finished on track below 6th position, but he did get a penalty one time which pushed him from 6th to 8th, and that meant that he finished in 8th one time, but he never finished less than 6th. And if he does that for 2 races now, beep, nobody can win. Because he doesn't need that much to pull ahead of Major Jam, who is in 3rd in the championship. Let's see where we stand. Let's see where we go. Give me the other angle, you bastard. Oh, give me the feckin' angle. Oh, Jesus, Mother Divine Christ, we're having all sorts of... There we go. Here we go. And we're going down the round. And we're away. It is the start of... Oh, what the hell? This season's Hungarian Grand Prix. And why not see Major Jam not getting a great start there. He looked like he was already he is under attack by... Oh, well, he's lost. He kept the inside. And he's held it through turn 3, which is good for him. Oh, oi. That is a crazy start. But we don't have any craziness. We do not have anybody massively out of kilter here. Angry Chameleon did lose a spot to Supreme Bio as we started there, but that is it. Oi! Welsh Budge is in where he started. He is back. Let's see where he is at. He's following in nicely behind, within 5/10 of Angry Chameleon, or 8/10 of Angry Chameleon. So, the two Alpha Tauris, can they put together a championship run, or at least a race, a proper race, where both of these guys start in this position and finish in this position? A first ever 1-2 from the Alpha Tauris. Oi. There we have Supreme Boyle all over the back of Major Jam. He is giving him some trouble early on, and when that happens, and when we have trouble early on, Chameleon is falling out of DRS of the Supreme Boyle. So that means Chameleon will struggle when Budge gets into the DRS zone. They are on exactly the same ERS, so that's not a problem. Blue Gunner in 6th, all over the back of Budge as well. And that is the slowest car on track, but you would not think so. Kaiser Gunner all the way to the back there, and Mormick and Vern jumping up one position because they jumped in. Okay, let's follow the leaders. Major Jam already way outside that 1 second of Why Not See. This dude, last couple of weeks, he's 4 or 5 seconds down his time from the first lap. So this dude is going to be setting some serious times in this lap. We are going to jump and turn it into tyres there. So we had Is a Hero, Mick Schumacher, Bernie, I call Kaiser on the hard, but I was kind of joking, but I'm not anymore. He's probably going to be finishing the softs and setting fast lap again. Going crazy stuff. I hate being right. Why Not See leading this race by almost 2 seconds already, and we have the DRS active now, I think, because this is the third lap. But there are not many overtaking zones here, and you need to be on the ball. Budge is now falling well outside the 1 second mark there for Angry Chameleon. He's using up some of his, and Chameleon obviously trying to get back within the 1 second there of there. He's using a bit of ERS, just like Budge is too. Okay, Blue Gunner, where are we at? He is the he's one of the closest guys on track to his guy. He is 7/10, so we will follow him as he attacks Budge on this next lap. Oi. What a crazy start to the day. Who's predicting fastest lap today? Is it Kaiser at the end of this race on the set of softs? Come on. Makes sense. Setting a record 5 fastest laps in the season. So Blue Gunner falling a bit back from him. It's not easy to follow on this track, it would turn out. And it looks like Wilfred is having a bit of trouble as he is overtaken by Is a Hero. Shamrock attacking Wizard. This is the biggest attack spot on the track. You will see guys here make it, and this is the second. You have 2 DRS zones here, folks. One down the home straight and then one down this very short straight down into turn 3. So if you're close after the first DRS zone, you get the benefit automatically of the second one, and you could conceivably be battling into turn 3. Oi. Crazy stuff. Let's see. Supreme Bio kind of back on the attack, but all these guys, you know, nearly a second between everybody on track. Kaiser Gunner hunting down Schumacher, the first of his victims today that he's going to pass. I think he's being held up a little bit, if I'm being honest. Schumacher getting a great exit out of that corner. Woof. What a great exit. That's going to hurt Kaiser if he has to keep up with that kind of thing. But we will see if Kaiser is going to actually make an attack here. This is there. We will join Elite Carbon in just a moment. Oh, Kaiser getting a bit squirrely. He's on the attack on this final straight. He will be. There is Shamrock overtaking Welsh Wizard once again. Or Welsh Wizard, he took over. I think Welsh Wizard went on the attack. But Schumacher getting a good exit out there, and he's getting some of that advantage back. But there it is. He's right back in there. Kaiser's fast in but slow out, and Schumacher's slow in but fast out. But there he is. He has that easy. Figured as much. Wilfred Boney's into the pits early off those softs. So there we go. Elite Carbon and Blue Gunner is the next battle on track that we should be watching. Look at these wheel to wheel nose. He is right all over. I was going to say his nose. It's nut to butt here, folks. Nut to butt. He is attacking hard in this middle sector. That is some serious driving. Keeping right on the gearbox. Nut to butt. I don't see any rain. I think Mick was acting the Mick, as we say. Major Jam with his with a 3-second time penalty early in this race. Oh, holy crap. Oh, that was a great exit by Blue Gunner. But let's see now where Elite Carbon will be as he gets to this final sector and this first DRS zone. He's within, oh, wow, these guys are stopping early on the old softs. That is a play. They are going to stop, my guess is. Maybe soft, medium, soft, soft, medium, soft. It is a tactic, but you can go hard, soft. But that, oh, there is an example of somebody coming out of the pits. Shamrock. Oh no, that's just a battle that's happening from before. Who has the DRS there? It is Welch, but Shamrock has the inside line, and that compromises Welch to the other Williams. Williams working in tandem here. Is a hero and Welch, Shamrock giving Welch Wizard a hard time. It's a Williams sandwich. Angry Chameleon now, next closest on track. We will go up to him because they will be next in the fighting area for overtaking. We may regret that, but let's see how it works out. More make up to 11 after some people have already stopped. Blue Gunner and Wilford Bodie with their stops early. Okay, maybe making some decisions. Oh, and we have a Mick Schumacher DNF in Sector 2. Who can see who's passing that? Where is he off? Will we get a safety car? Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like we're getting a safety car. But we have yellow flags in Sector 2. And that is Mick Schumacher. So the AI is out of this race. Everybody else is a human in this race. Well, as close to human as you can possibly imagine. But we will not. Major Jam will finish with fastest lap. Maybe. But maybe if he's fastest lap because he's made a two-stopper. Let's see how that works out. Major Jam for fastest lap, he says. Maybe soft, medium, soft. There's Shamrock all the way to the back after his stop. Joining Comedian with this battle on Supreme Bio. That 3-second penalty is an absolute killer for Major Jam, because what that means is he's not only 2.4 seconds behind. Oh, there's Chameleon running very wide, and that could result in a penalty there. I've seen penalties given for running wide there before. Here we go. Chameleon is falling a little bit outside the attacking zone here as he comes into the final part. Let's see if he can get a good exit out. No, he's losing some time to Supreme Bio. But Supreme Bio, as it turns out, is going in for a new set of boots. Who's next? Who will be next to do that? Angry Comedian up to third because of that. Budge will get a promotion as well. But Budge has gone in too after 6 laps on those softs. Are those guys going to stop? Possibly. Welsh Wizard also going in. All these guys now making their stop. Vernie Verne on the long strategy. All the way up to 7th as a result of all them stops. Fantastic stuff. Budge is back out. Well, nearly. Supreme Bio just ahead of him, retaining that because they stopped in the same lap. Welsh Wizard stopping as well. Them guys not plummeting as far as you would have imagined. But here it is, folks. The guys on the hard tyres now going on the longer first stint. Woo! I'm saying Kaiser for fastest lap because he's going to go soft at the end of all this. I don't see Major Jam winning this race now, unfortunately, folks. He is making some inroads. Is he using some ERS to get up into it? He sure is. Angry Chameleon. 1.7 seconds behind then. There's a big gap back to Elite Carbon, who are the lowest of the soft runners to not stop yet. Okay. Who's closest? We have Blue Gunner and Budge. This is an interesting one because Blue Gunner and Budge weren't previously in competition, but Blue Gunner went in for those mediums. Budge going hards. Oh, shit. Is that deliberate? Is that the wrong boot? There's Why Not See. He's going hards too. Oh, that's a push. They're expecting a... Are they expecting a... If they were expecting a safety car, you'd go medium because then you could jump in and get a set of softs. Oh my. Folks, I don't know what's going on here. I did win the Hungarian Grand Prix in season 1 doing a soft hard strategy, but we had a couple of safety cars which really helped. Budge is copying my strategy. That's clearly what happened in this incident. He clearly saw me beat him that day, and him, of course, crash into the AI, and he is now copying me. He's taking a lesson from the master. I'll take all the winnings that I can. I much appreciate it if you would back me up in the chat on that, because that makes sense in everybody's mind, right? Absolutely, perfectly makes perfect sense. Oi, 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 oi. So there we are, folks. That is the way we stand. There we go. So we're watching Blue Gunner and Budge because they are closest on track. Angry Chameleon and Major Jam in the pit. They are going to drop down, and Is a Hero is going long on those the longest medium runner. Or the highest medium runner. Vern will get to jump up too, I guess. Oh! And that's Mormick. He's going in on the next lap, that's for sure. That is a virtual safety car for Mormick, hitting the wall. Sorry, Mick, I just happened to land on you just as you were going through turn 1. Virtual safety car. That is going to help out our Elite Carbon majorly, because will he get round in time though? Oh. Will he get around? No. Drive-through penalty for Major Jam. That's the end of the championship. Budge has probably sealed it now. That is a drive-through. That is a crazy bad penalty. Budge running approximately 4th overall. Folks, that is probably put paid to the championship. Budge technically winning tonight if he just stays where he is. Rounded off. Oh my god, no, that's crazy. Lee Carbon going in, but he's not getting the benefit of that safety car. Why not? Will retain the lead of this race, and he is lightning quick around this track. We are well spread out. Verdi Vern is close to Supreme Bio because Supreme Bio has overtaken him on resumption of that. Supreme has also made his stop, so that's where he will be when he comes back out. Chameleon. Oh, and Blue Gunners made that move on Budge on those hards. I'd say Blue Gunners on another stop, so I wouldn't say they're racing each other per se, but certainly we could conceivably have a situation where the safety car comes out and Budge has to stop, and so does Blue Gunner. So the safety car now does not suit Budge as this goes on, as he's chosen the hard strategy. And what it means is, folks, is Chameleon has got in and out with plenty of time over Budge, despite the fact that Major Jam. Now, let's see, penalties. Yeah, 3 seconds. He served his drive-through. That is killer for Major Jam. Puts him back all the way down in 12th, with Mormick down in 14th now after that incident, let's say. I bet he wishes it was raining now. That's all I'm saying. We may be getting rain. It may be a rain to the end of this race. Maybe that's what Mick was talking about. Probably, maybe not. Oh, look at this. There it is. Wilfred Boney now all over the back of Budge too. And Wilfred Boney will have to stop again, likely, because he's already 6 laps on those mediums. So yeah, he's one of those guys who's going to have to stop. Budge is on the slower tyre, but he is retaining. He is getting dragged around here by these faster drivers who are on those faster tyres. So that might help him out. There's Budge following Wilfred Boney. Okay, let's see. The battle is at the front with Is a Hero and Why Not See. Is a Hero going the longest. He is the highest of those runners who are still on the initial tyres that they start with. Verdi Vern and Kaiser up in 5th and 6th. There is a hero, Kaiser and Vernie Vern right now. A safety car would be monumental to their championship hopes points-wise today. We still think that Kaiser's going to get fastest lap. I know that we have Ryan saying it's not. It's going to be a major jam. And you know what, folks? He may make another stop. Oh, there he is. Look at the speed of this dude as he passes it hero into the first turn. Does he get the switch back? No, because watch. He gets the DRS for the second zone too. Look, and he's pulling away. That's why if you make that pass in the first straight under the DRS, you get the benefit of the second one because the detection zone is before turn 16 for both of those DRS zones. Crazy good stuff for somebody who just made that turn, and that's, folks, why the turning or the overtaking opportunities here is very, very limited. Here we go. Major jam is it here? Oh, sorry, Elite Carbon and Shamrock, who are in the middle sector, and they are in a ding-dong battle. Mormick sets fastest lap. Wow. Here we go. Mormick, who is setting fastest lap. This is crazy. He is 26 seconds behind, but he's not going to stay there. Oi. So it is the middle battle here. Let's see who else is close. We have Supreme Boy, who is now up on his hero. Oh, there he is. Oh, that's a great view there as he gets past in before turn 1. And we said, folks, that's the important part, because he gets DRS straight out there. Right? Here they go. Here's the two guys there, the DRS for Supreme Boyle, despite the fact that he's leading crossing that line. So fantastic stuff for him. Major jam all the way up into 9th because we have a Kaiser pit, the first of the hard runners to pit. So that is not going to be him running to the end on those set of hards. Well, I mean, till he gets to the softs, because he's not doing 21 laps on a set of softs. Those guys were selling softs, or changing softs after 8 laps or 7-8 laps. Major jam, still got the penalty. Still good news for Budge. He is 7 seconds ahead of Major Jam plus that penalty. So that is major for him. Aha. Yes. Let's see. Go back up to the stop. No, we go back up to tires. We'll get rid of that so you have a better view of the screen. How's it going, folks? Welcome in to all the regular wheel-to-wheel watchers. Much appreciate you all joining us and stuff. Here we go! Oi, oi, oi. Let's see, have we got a closer battle on track? Major Jam is behind Budge, alright. But Budge is still in the DRS of Wilfred Boney, who hasn't been able to pull ahead of him. And he hasn't got past him. Oh, he has. No, he hasn't. That is Wilfred Boney there, and he stayed ahead. But Boney is all over the back of Vern. And Vern getting the drag. Oh. That is, oof. Yeah, Budge is biting some. Budge isn't getting. He's probably being held up a little, if we're being honest. But because his hards are going to start coming into their own. Woo! Oy, oy, oy. So let's see, that is the closest battle on track as we have right now. I want to stay on Budge and Wilfred and Vernie right now, but it looks like Supreme Boyle has lost touch with Why Not See at the front of this race. Is a hero still out on those mediums and falling back. He will fall back behind a ton of people right now, and Vernie Vern will have to stop, and so will Blue Gunner and Wilfred. Oi. That's the way it stands. Is a hero. Driving a great race on those mediums. Going that long stint is working out very well for him. Wilfred Boney being passed by Vernie Vern at last. And here's Vernie Vern again. Under attack now next time. But he will get the assist next time round from the DRS that if he stays within the touch with Wilfred, who is having an absolutely fantastic race today. But he will have to stop again, folks, and so will Vern. So they're net neutral, but Budge will probably jump both of those guys. There it is. Oh, and look at, there it is, Major Jam. Budge is being held up because Major Jam is now all over the back of him. Supreme Bio living up to the old Supreme Bio rep of getting a few penalties in every single race he ever takes part in. Losing a race as a result. Losing the winning position in a race on the final sector of the final lap in the US of A. The only saving grace that Budge has here is that he does have the assistance of the DRS from Vernie Vern, and Wilfred has lashed out ahead of Vernie Vern on those mediums, so them mediums are much better tyre to drive with here. Budge will be right on the back of Vern as he approaches this corner one. Will he make the move? He is. He's on the outside. He's going the long way round, and he will get the benefit of the DRS, and Vern pushes him wide and causes Major Jam to get the position. Oh, Mother of Divine Christ, Budge will be screaming as he cuts around the inside of the track, and Major Jam and Budge racing fantastic through turns 3 and 4. Oh my God, that cost Budge. He chose the outside of that turn and he got pushed wide by Vern, nowhere to go, and Major Jam followed Vern through on the inside and got the spot from Budge. Budge trying to attack and losing a position as a result. Major Jam may now just take this past Vern before even the turn comes. He is all over the back of him. Oh, and this is allowing Budge to catch back up. Vern running wide, or sorry, Major Jam running wide, and Budge is all over the back of Major Jam. So now, will roles reverse here? Will it be a case that Major Jam chooses the outside and Budge jumps up the inside, or will Vern stay wide for? But Vern is keeping the inside line again. So Major Jam, if he wants to make this move, he has to go on the outside. And this is where we had it last time. And Budge, will he do what he done? No, he's not. He wasn't close enough. He wasn't as close. But Vern retaining that spot. And Vern going on the inside. He's going to make it stick. Through turns 2 or through turn 3. Oh my God, he made it happen through the second phase of that DRS zone. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Fantastic, folks. Fantastic. Let's see what's going on. There is not much going on elsewhere. Supreme Bio is back behind Why Not See, but Why Not See, folks, has no penalties this week. Complete contrast for the man who is penalty heavy in most races. He was 11 or 12 seconds of penalties last week. Vern is going to have, Budge's going to stay with Vern on this because he's fallen back heavy on those much newer hards. He is not enjoying this stint on hards, not one bit at all, and he is really in danger of falling out of that zone. And he has. Oh, is he inside it? He's 8.5. He's much better there. There he is. He's still inside it when he gets there, but he's had this battle before with Vern, and Vern magically. Vern, that was a bad lap from Budge, and Vern is now 2.3 seconds behind Major Jam. And there's Budge going to go switch back here. Oh, he's not going to be close enough. He's not getting on. I don't think he's getting on the throttle early. And I think that's a little bit being tentative. Oh, Vern. Oof, Budge is not like dealing with Vern on track. That is for sure. He's a little slow to get on throttle there, or at least it felt that way. Maybe he feels like that's the only way he can in order to retain kind of the grippy. He's not enjoying the slippiness of these. We will join this battle in just a moment. Let's see, Blue Gunner, Wilfred Boney here, the closest next on track. Well, I suppose apart from the top guys, but then there's a penalty involved here. And this is where Supreme Bio could conceivably, losing it a bit there. So, Jesus, he's absolutely shot up there, whatever happened on that straight. And Why Not See, is he battling with the ERS? He's not. He's not fighting it. and he's defending the inside because he knows defending the inside on this is good. Oh, and but for that little bang there on Supreme Bio, he would have got that position, but he tried to switch back and didn't get it. And Vern is not making this easy for Budge, and he is on much older tyres than Budge. This is shocking to see. Is Budge just out on a Sunday drive knowing that he doesn't have to do what he does on a normal week because he is now so far ahead in the championship? He will be more than 40 points ahead as things stand going into the final 2 weeks in this championship. And unless Major Jam wins, he's out of the championship. That's all I have to say about that, folks. Let's see where Supreme Bio is as he comes around into this. This is the battle for first. It will still technically be a net P1 for Why Not See, so long as he stays in the DRS zone, or stays in within the 3 seconds, I would say, of Why Not See. Or Why Not See giving up the inside for the better turn round the outside this time, and he's retained it, but he is forcing. Oh, and this is where it might happen. Oh, he's got the better line through turn 2, but through turn 3, and he has the inside on turn 4. That is great driving by these two drivers. Absolutely clean as a whistle. Wilfred is into the pits to make his final stop of this race. He is probably going to come out on a set of mediums to finish this race off. Major Jam is all the way up into 5th position. Budge gains a position as a result of that. He is now past Vern. That was the battle we wanted to see on track, but we have missed the turn. It just didn't look like Budge was going to get it done, but as it turns out, he is now past Vern, so he's got the position from Wilfred and Vern. Shamrock all over the back of Vern now. This is the closest battle on track. Supreme Bio, we will see, just coming down into that. They're coming down into sector 1, but Why Not See is getting that. He's getting that 5-6 tenths that he needs before the final, before this DRS zone. It allows him to defend the vast majority of this straight, and he is defending, but Why Not See is forcing him back again. He is retaining the centre of the track. Why Not See really knows this track well, where to put the car. This is epic driving by Why Not See, and he is frustrating the damn hell out of Supreme Bio, who is going to stop again because he is not going to the end of those mediums, no damn way. But this is great driving at the front. So now we will join the back with Vern, Budge, Elite Carbon, Kaiser. Shamrock is back into the pits again, and he is changing those mediums to the end. But you see, folks, this is where Budge's tyres is probably coming into their own, and this is where he will stay out for the remainder of this race and go to the end on those. He will be a little bit faster for a while, but has he been held up for far too long behind guys who may have to stop again? Major Jam's tyres will be dog crap by the time this is over. Is a Hero is still on 21 lap old medium. Maybe, just maybe, folks, the Supreme Bio will go to the end, but they will be dog crap because, as you can see, Chameleon is now 9 seconds ahead of Is a Hero, who has stayed out much longer on the medium than you would have imagined. But he has a lot there to go on. Major Jam may conceivably go to the end, but again, it's about the state of those tyres, and Budge will get to retort come the end of this if that is the case. I have to imagine with 12 laps left, there's no way that he's going to do 28 laps on those mediums. If he is, he's going to lose out a lot of positions to Budge, Vern, and the likes of those guys who are going to come out on much faster tyres and not actually be that far behind. Okay, let's see. Let's just see how this battle at the front goes again. Where are they? Are they close to the They are. They're coming around down through the final turns as we arrive at sector 1. This is the turn 15, getting around that, and there's where Why Not just gets this great exit out. Look at that. Look at that. This is where the hards come into play. The mediums. Oh, that's really wide there by Supreme Bio, giving all of the straight. No defending necessary for Why Not See as he comes down. That's an easy one for him. But there we go, folks. This is the difference. I think those mediums are just starting to go off at lap 15, and it just looks like that they. There's Is a Hero into the. Oh no, that's Major Jam and Is a Hero's battle, and Major Jam is now ahead of Is a Hero, who still has got to stop again. He will go salts for the last stint in this, but he is losing a ton of time to guys who don't have to stop again. Boy, he is showing though that it is possible to go 23 laps, but he is showing you also, folks, what it's like when you go 23 laps with those slots. Major Jam will not get fast lap unless he stops again, and that may have a factor yet in this race. Budge in 7 seconds back from Blue Gunner. Is his softs now turning on and Blue Gunner's medium turning off? He will have to make a stop, whereas Budge probably won't, depending on how safety cars goes. Supreme Bio is a lot closer coming into this final turn than he has been in recent ones. Oh, and he still gets a bit of a shaky exit out of that final turn. He's not enjoying it, and he's just not in prime position. 3-second time penalty for Kaiser. That is killer at this stage of the race. And Why Not is defending the outside. He doesn't really need to because, well, but it does give him the inside through turns 2 and 3. And really late on the braking there, and this is where he gets the advantage. Oh, but Why Not See flat out, and there is Major Jam going into the pits. And did I just see somebody off track there? Let's see, did I see somebody off track? Major Jam is making that turn, or that stop. He really is, but he's going to have to stop and get back out and around through all that traffic, because he is now back to 11th. So that is Budge retaining that spot naturally because of that stop, and that does suggest that those guys aren't going to go much further on the mediums. We do have Is a Heroes on 24 laps. What a legend on them! But I think it really is retaining. Is a Heroes now 5 seconds behind Chameleon. But Chameleon as well has dropped back a little bit. I think Chameleon had a bit of a wobble there, which is why Is a Hero has actually made that time up. And Blue Gunner now only 3.8 seconds behind, and Budge now 6.5 seconds. He's retained. He's got a whole second back. Somebody is around. Oh, there we are. We have a spin from Kaiser. Kaiser is going to get points, it looks like, but he has to stop those spins, and he probably will. No, he can go 20 laps on those mediums, but there's going to be a couple of guys behind him who will be lightning quick, Major Jam being one of those, and they're not too far off of him either, and that spin will not have helped him. Okay, Elite Carbon attacking Vernie Byrne here now. Vernie Byrne's going to plummet as well. Budge making some inroads into the Blue Gunner as he does have to stop as well, and Is a Hero. So Blue Gunner and Is a Hero have to stop, and Budge is going to get promoted to 4th. But Budge is a crap ton off of. And here's this. Look at this. Supreme Bio is only. Oh, he's lost some of that time again. Budge is a crap ton off a podium, but folks, he doesn't need a podium here today. A 4th is good enough to put him in serious contention of just literally wrapping this up. And because Major Jam is not going to win this race yet, as far as we can see, he could conceivably, with 12 points, he will be 51 ahead with 52 available. Only 1 point needed to officially claim the title. But that would mean that, and there's the pass that we needed, or we saw coming, Supreme Bio and Why Not See. But Why Not See on the much better tyres at this rate, and he doesn't have to do anything crazy anymore. He just needs to stay in DRS of Supreme Boyle and get dragged around, especially if the Supreme Boyle needs to go to the end. There's Major Jam with fastest lap. Who was it that said that? I think it was our man Ryan. Thank you very much, Ryan. Now, Kaiser, get in there, get a fresh set of salts, and set fastest lap, please. Supreme Boyle going way, way, way wide there on turn 14 before that there. That allows Why Not See to get back into the DRS. Remember, folks, the 3-second time penalty is killer as it happens right now. And he is following all the way down. So he's 9/10. He's within it, and he's going to get back within it now as well. That's going to help him around these final laps, just to stay in touch. And you have to imagine that those mediums, like for the other guys, are going to go off. Is a hero, 26 laps. Is the dude even going to stop? Because he will get disqualified if he doesn't. But absolutely crazy stuff from Is a Hero, 27 laps, young on those. He's still going. He's still going, folks. This dude is going. He's gone way beyond the need. But anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, Why Not See? Just inside the DRS zone. Will he be there by the end of the lap? He doesn't look like so. But he doesn't. All he needs to do is not drop out of that 3-second zone. And he could be another guy who went whole. Oh, he's back. And he got a great exit out of there. He knows this final sector. This is where he has put a bit of time, taken a bit of time off of Supreme Boyle. You know, this has been the final. Look at that, 27. He's getting 2 and 3/10 on him all the time, and he's going to get the handy DRS to get back up within a nice time. So if that was a bad lap for him, he gets to stay within touch with that DRS. 2 DRS zones, 0.5, 0.4, 0.3, all the way up, and he exits nicely out of this, and he gets the DRS again to get it within again 0.3, and he just needs to stay in touch through the middle sector, because honestly he's doing so much better. There is a hero stopping, folks. 27 laps. There he goes. You can do it. Oi, 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 oi. Supreme Boyle much faster in this middle sector. Is a hero, and Kaiser's going in. Woohoo! Come on, Kaiser, set that fastest lap, baby. Let's do it. Let's do it, Kaiser. Oh man, I hate being right. Oh my god. Okay, so see, there you go. As I say again, Supreme Boyle much faster through that middle sector, but it's Why Not See who has the upper hand in sector 3 as he comes down into this turn 14 and he just is able to carry the speed into these corners a lot better than Supreme Boyle is. Oh, and they say that, and he nearly dropped out of it. Oh no, we got a whole ton of time back, and he gets back in to the DRS into this final turn. And I think that's the medium tires, and he runs wide. Don't do that, because then it will be a case of on track being an issue. Oh, he's going inside. He's going to attack. He's taking the inside line. Supreme Boyle going around because he knows he doesn't have to defend too hard because he was a long way back. But here he goes. Is he going to attack again here? Oh, he's backing out early there. He breaks in early. And Supreme Boyle not getting the exit he would have liked because of the fact that he was going so fast. But he has gotten again about another 2/10 on him in that first and second sector. So this is an interesting battle for the lead of this race. There we have Vernie Verne, who's gone 29 laps on the hards. He's going to be flying from the end of this lap, or the end of this race. But will it even matter? Because he could conceivably fall well outside the points here with not stopping soon enough, because he is crawling around this track right now. Budge up to 5th. He is closing down on Blue Gunner, who was 7.5 seconds ahead. He's now less than 4 ahead. So Budge on the better tyres, those mediums, as we saw with the other guys, anything at this age is not good. And actually, let's just take a look here. Budge could conceivably... Budge could conceivably, if Supreme Bio does stop to change those, Budge could conceivably be within a DR or stop if he's going to the end. That's interesting. Wilfred Boney with a 3-second time penalty. That looks like it puts Kaiser back up into the point. No, maybe not. Shamrock is making his way back. He's not enjoying this race at all. An Angry Chameleon is now way out ahead of Blue Gunner, who's on those. Oh, Budge must have had a bit of a... Budge must have had its virtual safety car. Oh, God! That helps the tyres for the medium runners. And it helps Why Not See immensely. And Vernie Vern gets to pit under VSC. And that has helped him majorly. Elite Carbon also, who goes onto the softs. Oh, wow! This is huge for the guys at the back. Wilfred is going to stop. Kaiser doesn't need to stop. He's going to get all those positions because he made the stop before. So Kaiser's jumping. Is he going to get out ahead of his teammate? He sure isn't, because he is around there. He's around in 10th. But Kaiser now running to the end of this lap on those softs. And that is great. He made that turn. He made that stop here. Oh, something going on there. He's obviously looking a bit tentative there. Supreme Bio has gone into the pit, so he's not under attack. He's not under attack from Budge anymore, but Why Not See he is. And I think Why Not See has sealed this win because Chameleon is not going in and he's going round. So let's see. I don't think, yeah, that's the only thing that does not benefit Budge at this stage. Race control DRS is enabled, so the guys are back racing fast. And Chameleon does make that is vital for Why Not See, because Why Not See sure as hell does not want for the last 3 laps that Supreme Bio not just having a clear run of them. Supreme Bio has probably locked up the 2nd position, don't get me wrong, but he hasn't locked up 1st now, and that is Why Not See 15 seconds ahead in this race. Clean race from Why Not See, absolute legend for today's driving. And everybody is so spread out because of all those things that have gone on. Now Major Jam is 7.5 seconds back with a penalty from Budge, so not likely there. Budge is 4.1 seconds within Blue Gunner, but Blue Gunner, he is going to struggle to the end, but he only has 3 laps to hold out with those 3 seconds. Budge is going to need to put down a serious lap to retain or to get back 4th position from the way things worked out. Those slow laps will have helped out. There's the battle there. Supreme Bio. Coming around into the final turn, he's battling him. Oh, and he's pushed wide, but he's going to be well ahead of Chameleon as they go down into turn 1. He will get the DRS through and out of turn 2 into through turn 2 and into turn 3. So that is there. But now he's not going to make 14 and a half seconds disappear. That holding up behind Major Jam with the fastest lap, folks, called by our man Ryan. Crazy. Let's see how it goes from here on in. More Mick is after DNFing. That was the BSC, I believe. Vernie Vern grabbing fastest lap with those softer tyres. What's happening to Kaiser and his mad fastest laps all the time? Let's see. So Budge now 3.7 seconds behind with 3 laps remaining in this race. It's a big ask, and he's after losing some time there in the middle sector. Boy, it's a big ask, but how bad will Blue Gunner's tyres be? Will he get a puncture? Will Blue Gunner be using... Budge has a lot of ERS that he needs to start using on the straights to get back that 3 seconds. 3.2 seconds. It is now plummeting. He's coming around these final turns. Supreme Bio with fastest lap. Yeah, that's probably predictable. Welsh Wizard with a 3-second time penalty. That probably relegates him to the end. Welcome in, folks. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. All the 12, 14 viewers or whatever it is that I can see in there. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. And tell us, what way do you think this is all going to end? Supreme Bio going to retain that? He's a pretty fast driver, so it's likely he will retain that. Angry Chameleon outside that 3 seconds that he needed to be in to retain that 2nd position. Budge now 2.5 seconds with 2 laps to go, and he can see Blue Gunner. He is hunting down Blue Gunner on these final laps, and this is the problem with these mediums. These long run mediums. We've seen it can be done, but you can see how slow you will be come the end of that stint. But look at this. Major Jam is now 2.5 seconds behind Budge, but he's also he's on a great set of mediums, but he only has 1 lap conceivably to actually get through. Who's around? Nobody. We will rejoin. Major Jam is going to be hunting Budge, but he does have that penalty, and it's not enough for Major Jam anyway, because he's not going to win the championship because Budge is ahead of him. And not only that, Major Jam does need to win out. He needs all fastest laps, and he needs all of the wins just to get ahead. And that means, providing Budge doesn't actually score any points, which he will do anyway, putting him out of touch. So Budge is now 2 seconds behind Blue Gunner on this final lap, and Budge is coming down. He needs to burn the ERS, which he is doing on this final lap. He's not looking like he's going to get enough done. Elite Carbon working his way up into 7th position. If he gets close enough, he will jump. But there's Shamrock. Oh, this is the final lap, so we will go up. Why not see? Jesus, of that 14.5 seconds with only 2 laps to go, Supreme Bio, I tell you, Why Not See is probably blessed that Supreme Bio was held up by Angry Chameleon for 2 laps, or a lap at least, because that means that he is crossing the final line, the final lap. He is winning this week's race. Supreme Bio coming across in second, despite the penalty, will stay there. Kaiser Gunner jumps up into 8th, and Angry Chameleon getting a podium way ahead of Blue Gunner. Budge is only 9/10 behind. Will this be a race to the final? It's too late, little too late. This is crazy good stuff as they approach the final line, and Budge is all over the back row, but look how close he is! He got within 7/10. That's crazy! And Major Jam falling back, and he is behind Budge by 3.2 seconds net after his finish. And there is Kaiser Gunner coming across in 8th, scores points again from the back of the grid. Doesn't like to set those times. There's Verdi Vern and Shamrock around. That's not Shamrock. That looks like it is somebody else. That is, I beg your pardon, that is Blue Gunner that's around. And that is the end of this Grand Prix, folks. Absolutely amazing, amazing stuff. Welsh Wizard is across the line. Folks, Wilfred is the last to stop, and he is coming in now around the final turn. Welsh Wizard finally made it off there. Looks like that's the end of this race. And there it is. Welsh Wizard rounds it off in 12th position. And that is the Wheel-to-Wheel Hungary Grand Prix. Folks, that was a great race. An absolutely stellar performance. Kaiser Gunner starts from the back of the grid and gets the driver of the day, as well as points above his teammate. And at one stage, I thought he was. I think Vern has secured fastest lap. Apologies for Ryan there, who thought it was going to be Major Jam, and it was right up until Vern stole it. Folks, we will go through the proceedings. I don't think there was many incidents today to report. I'd say that is a case of job done for Budge. Budge is now going to be more than 49 points, I want to say, ahead. Therefore, pretty much wrap this up with 2 races remaining. Budge can come in anything from 9th back and secure this championship without doing anything else. So let's run through the standings. We have Why Not See in first position. That's pole 2 first. We have Supreme Bio followed by Angry Chameleon rounding out the podium. Blue Gunner followed by Budge in 5th. Major Jam in 6th, ending his career push. for a championship this year. Elite Carbon, Kaiser Gunner, LOI Shamrock, Vernie Vern, Welsh Wizard and Wilfred Boney with the final point scores. Is a Hero, Mormick and Mick Schumacher with the DNFs. Or Is a Hero, I beg your pardon, on the final lap. I just want to note that Is a Hero went in to change tyres and didn't score points again this week, which means after last week's shenanigans of what he was doing in the end, he didn't score points there. Is he going for a no points finish in the season so he gets a better car? Because all races with no points is all bad. I don't think he was well within the ability to get points in the last 2 races. But folks, that is the end of week 22, the Hungarian Grand Prix. Have you any questions before we wrap this up? Get them in. If you have any questions for the drivers. Budge now, let's see, with 10 points in 5th position. That puts Budge, up onto 303. The only guy who will surpass, it looks like, 300 points this season. Budge on 303, ahead 70. What is he now? He is more than 70 something points ahead of Major Jam, who is out of this championship, and that puts him, with 2 races remaining, 48 points ahead. 48 points ahead. That is the way it will stand. 303, Major Mailman, who isn't likely to make it back for the last race, I believe. That is the theory going around there. And then Major Jam all the way back, who is now eliminated from the Drivers' Championship, is down to 1st and 2nd as they stood last year. You deserve P8 in that race, do you? We have reports in from Shamrock that he feels like he deserved P8 in that race. We'll see. We'll see. We did have a few incidents on track, but they weren't involving anybody else, so it's unlikely we'll have any penalties. So it looks like Budge done what he needed to do here today. He finished 5th, which was a position I don't think he had finished before. But again, finishing in the top 6. Every single time Budge has passed the line, as Comedian pointed out a few weeks ago, every time he has passed the line, he has been in 6th or better. And that consistency has seen him get 303 points, and pretty much, but for a point, with 2 races remaining, 6th will do him. It would actually be crazy for him to get a 6th and win out, because 6th was his most popular position to cross the line in. Folks, although he has done that much, much better in many races for that as well. Major Jam did not get fastest lap. That was as a result of Vernie Vern, I believe. And folks, that is week 22 in the book. Budge all but securing another wheel-to-wheel championship. And the rumours are, as we said, that Budge will retire come the end of the season if he wins a 3rd in a row. He feels like he's done it all and it's time to pass the mantle to someone else. Or at least that's the way I envisage him doing it, passing on all of that. Or maybe people are getting too close from now. He knows he's going to be in a worse car again next year because he's won the championship. Maybe he's tactfully here. He's thinking, you know what? I'm retiring on 3 championships. These guys are getting close. Let's move on. I don't know what's going through his head. Maybe he also is kind of done with the F1. I think there's rumours going around as well about other championships in wheel-to-wheel championships on other formats. Get your shit in there and see. Keep an eye on the Discord for it. And if it is, get your name down for it if that is to materialise. Folks, that is week 22 on the books. That is all I've got for you this week. That is the result for us as we see it, and that is the way it is. Budge all but retaining his championship. If Mailman does compete in both races, not looking like he will do on the final race, but if Mailman isn't competing on the last day, Budge has retained his championship and is 3-time champion. Congratulations to him, and we will see you this time next week and we are heading to China, as you can see there, from the what's left of this year's schedule, and then we will have one final race in the first week of August in Imola to round things out, of which Budge will not be there, and neither will Mayo Man, and Major Jam will be the only guy, the highest man on in the championship on the track. So there we are, folks. Just to give it to you there, we have Budge in first with 303 points. Yeah, as we said, Mayo Man for 255, which is 48 behind. Major Jam 242. He's more than 71 points behind. Bunsey as well out on 178 in fourth. Shamrock in fifth, be 2 points behind Bunsey. He may still retain that fourth spot by the end of the season. Wilfred Boney on 146 in sixth, and Angry Chameleon now pushing him only 7 points behind, or 3 points behind, I beg your pardon. 3 points behind on 143 behind Wilfred Boney. Another good results for our Chameleon could see him jump up over Boney. And eighth in Blue Gunner 122, Supreme Bio 109, Elite Carbon 99, Why Not C and 95 because he's won 2 back to back. I beg your pardon, he finished over the line back to back in first position last week. He lost first position to Mayo Man because of penalties. Kaiser up to 91, nearly 10 points ahead of Vern Mormick up to 75 in 14th. That's a close battle there between the Williams and the Red Bull. K Flamo is on 62. He is not with us anymore. Thank you for joining us during the season, K Flamo. Welsh Wizard on 16th on 30. Iron Man on 16th. He's missed a lot of races to his credit. And Is a Hero, as we said, finishing on 0 points again today. That will have to be looked into because it will not play well into the way rankings are done for the cars next season. He sure as hell will not be in a Red Bull despite finishing last. Can't imagine that's going to happen. He's too fast and too good a driver for that kind of a thing. Budge is the season 3 winner. He is declaring himself the winner. That is Budge. He is officially decided. Mayo Man is not looking like he's going to appear in the final race. So that is it. Budge has retained the championship. Folks, I'm sorry for going much more over on this than I thought I would. Budge retains his championship, and will he return in season 4? Budge, back to back championships, 3 in a row. Let's see how it goes. That is Budge. No stopping him. We're going to cross it off on the season bingo. That is another square gone. Budge is now champion in the wheel-to-wheel season 3. We haven't had a Euro Deluge cross off because we didn't have rain like Mick promised us, but we do have one race left in Imola, which may cross that one off. Aaron cannot get 7 races with points in a row because he hasn't done that. Argy Bargy hasn't happened between two teams in the same race. Oh no, we did have it from. They didn't cause a safety car, but we did have it from the Alpha Tauris in Monaco. No Belgian red wedding, and Werner Kaiser did not get 5 podiums either, so that's another one that's not on there. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 of the wheel-to-wheel season bingos crossed off and in the books. And folks, I've said it twice already, this is the end of this week's broadcast. We will see you for the Chinese Grand Prix this time next week, well, 9:45 on Wednesday next week. Join us live here, and folks, if you wouldn't mind, please give us a like, a subscribe, share, or you know what, go all in, do all of them. We shall see you next week.